This is the second episode of 100 Day Survival on a Plane in the Apocalypse of Natural Disasters. Today, our whole world will be flooded, and we'll have to practically start all over again. An updated map, new locations, and new natural disasters that will make it very hard to complete the survival. We even have to drain the ocean. Before starting this episode, be sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. So, let's go! On day 25, a real apocalypse has started. A tsunami has appeared. It flooded the whole area as well as my airport. When I entered the map on day 26, I was going to continue shooting. The map took a very long time to load, and when it finally did, I realized that I was underwater. Come on, faster, faster, faster! I have 2 HP left! 2 HP! Yeah, and some monster attacked me right away! Half HP left! Okay, come on! Why does every episode just start with some weird battlefield? Is this survival on one block in the ocean? As you may have noticed, global changes have taken place on the map. In addition to the fact that our airport with a plane is somewhere deep underwater, various dungeons have now appeared on the surface in the form of debris. For example, I can loot them and find useful things in there. And this is exactly what I decided to do at the beginning of day 28. All my things were left in the storage unit underwater at the airport, so I had to at least get some wood. Okay friends, there's a small problem. I tried to get some wood here, but it turned out that they're made of slabs. Ugh. On the horizon, I saw a floating tree and decided to go to it. Having obtained the tree, I made a workbench and crafted a boat for myself. I began to slowly loot all the islands around. I managed to find some interesting things. For example, a sponge and medieval armor. In the evening, I remembered that there's a second airport which is located in the mountains, where there is also an undiscovered aircraft. So I decided to take my boat and go there straight away. Land, guys! I see land! Woohoo! And here's our salvation, the same airport from the first episode. Let's dock somewhere around here for now. Oh, thanks boat, stay here. Guys, I can't believe it, I'm finally on the ground. Arriving at my new airport, the first thing I decided to check was to see how much I need to open the plane. And for this, I really need so many resources. As you can see, the airport is located in the mountains, which is just perfect for us, because it was not flooded at all. In the evening, the first thing I decided to do was to settle down a little bit to wait out the night. It feels like everything had to be done again, because I didn't even have iron. For how many days have I survived in this apocalypse? And here I am again, gathering cobblestone for stone tools. Here it is, a natural disasters apocalypse. Having acquired some wood, the same evening I decided to restore at least the first floor in the airport. I didn't even notice that this day was already coming to an end. New day. I thought it would be the right to set ourselves some goals for the near future. To equip a second base, explore the areas around, and also drain the main airport so I can safely get to the warehouse, fly there, and complete various challenges. In the morning, I noticed that after the tsunami, the map really changed. In any case, a huge number of all sorts of interesting dungeons appeared all around, which I began to explore straight away. Look, oh my god, there's so many dungeons here. And most importantly, dangerous flying mobs are also here. To get there faster, I made myself another boat and swam to the nearest buildings. Look, there's also something abandoned on that island. Okay, first, I'll study everything that's on the water and then I'll go inside. The first building on the way was some old tower. At the top, there was a box with some strange sword that dealt 4 damage. 4 damage? What's the point of this thing? The adventures did not end there, because some kind of worm jumped out at me. No, well, what can I call it? I don't even know what else I can call it. Approaching the second building, I was immediately attacked by flying dragons. Piranhas! There's still piranhas around me! Ah! Having looted at first glance the small building, I decided to go under the water just to see how big it actually is. Wow! Look at how big this thing actually is. Oh, you again, you green mutant. Having looted a huge number of dungeons on the water, I went to the neighboring island. Although before it was a massive mountain. I really hope that there will be no unforeseen adventures, because I had enough of them by now. Look, some abandoned columns. Looks really apocalyptic. On the way, I saw monsters and I realized that completely new monsters are now appearing. Distinguishable from those who were in the first episode, although they're also present. Wow, look, what is this? In the first box inside the ruins, I found a very interesting item that instantly added a new airport marker to the game. Having looted the remaining ruins, as well as a small warehouse on a hill, I decided to go home because it was already getting dark. Morning of day 28. And by the way, here are the main things that I managed to find yesterday. As you can see, we have potatoes, some watermelon, and carrots here. This means that today we'll make a farm. And also, I'll begin to build our second base. First of all, I slightly leveled the territory for the farm, and also leveled our path path which leads deep into this, so to speak, island. In the second part of the day, I decided to make the farm. Because you know, our last farm is now underwater. I decided to make a 3-story farm. The first floor was the largest. There, I planted some carrots, potatoes, and some wheat. On the second floor, I wanted to grow watermelon. Day 29 began with cleaning. I cleaned the roof of our airport because it was full of leaves. And well, I tidied up the whole place so everything was neat, well groomed, and beautiful. It turned out pretty cool. In the evening, I decided to go to a cave for some iron and gold to open our hangar with a plane as soon as possible. I was down in the caves until morning. Good morning, friends. Well, I have all 3 components to open our abandoned hangar and finally get to this green airplane. Okay, jokes aside, let's click. Oh, great, guys! Woohoo! This is our new plane, but there's only one problem. I think I need to assemble it because there's no engine and even no chassis. So here we have some cookies, a golden apple, not bad. So what do we have here? Box? Oh my god, let's go! Okay, I'll try to fit this all in the plane. Literally just in 2 minutes, I assembled the whole plane. But there's one more thing left. Wait! Where's the propeller? No one knew, not even me, since I'm alone in this world. I went all over the airport and found absolutely no boxes. I returned back to the hangar to clear some of the leaves, when suddenly I noticed one more box in the back. Wait a minute, this box was here all along. Come on, here's the propellers and even the key. And I ran around the entire airport to look for it. This is of course an unexpected twist. Let's put it on. Oh, here we go. It immediately looks like a plane now. And now it's finally time to return to the most important vehicle in this survival. This is of course our favorite plane. On the evening of day 29, I decided to take it for a small flight. Incredible, guys, we're flying again. In terms of handling, this aircraft of course is not as maneuverable as the previous one though. Look, I can see the entire bottom of the ocean from here. All the trees that were flooded. Look, I can even see our flooded airport through the water. I don't know if you can see it or not though. Okay, alright, we can't land here for now, so I'll go back. Since I was already in the air, I thought that this evening it would be a good idea to fly off and at least see what kind of volcanic airport I can find. The same one with the label which appeared on the map just recently. So guys, I see something. Look, where are we right now? Overall, the location seemed scorched and deserted. There were lava lakes around and this atmosphere was not very pleasant. It was already getting dark, so it was not safe to land at this airport. I decided to return here on day 30. Look at how many carrots and potatoes we have. Now this is what I call a real farm. Despite the important date, on day 30, everything was calm. In the morning, I decided to harvest the entire crop from my new farm. And it turned out so cool and I was really happy. I even collected some watermelons. Without even thinking twice, I started the engine and decided to go to the new airport to make my first landing there. Alright guys, let's land. Come on, we have contact. Everything, slow down, slow down. Whew. That was pretty hard. The first thing you could see is 3 buildings. A hangar, a super ruined tower, and of course a super ruined airport building. There's some kind of hangar here, and unfortunately there's no plane in here. I think someone's already taken it. Look, there's even a car door here. This guy's clearly out of luck. And good news is, in the first box I found an enchanted golden apple. It was just perfect. Okay, I'll put this in my inventory. Okay, there's someone else in this hangar. Oh my god. Who is that? I think there was something similar to this thing in the 100 Days of the Nuclear Apocalypse. Are you friendly or what? Oh my god! Oh, yes, he is! Oh, okay. I think I need to be more careful here because the monsters in this location are also different. After these monsters attacked me, I decided to rest and calmly loot the tower. Oh, explosive leap potion! Let's go! Now I get it. Oh, I think I'll take this chair from here. It'll come in handy in my house. You lizard of some kind. What are you doing here? Are you friendly or... Oh look, this one is friendly. Let's call him Petya. On the tower I found a box where I found ammo for a rifle, which means that it's somewhere around here. Well, I also collected all the chairs again and decided to go down already. Further on the way, we have the airport building. And it was unusual and even very scary. Okay, let's go in and see what we have there. Oh my god! Are you looking at me? Is that a wendigo or what? Or who? Why aren't they attacking me? Oh my god! 2 HP! Get away from me! Get away from me! I have no idea how the wendigo appeared here, but one thing is clear. It does a lot of damage. And walking further down the airport, I must be careful. And apparently Apparently, by coincidence, the wind rose and a hurricane began, which even lifted blocks into the air. Someday, I will stop being surprised by all this, but not now. There are more events here than in my life. Oh my god, it seems like a hurricane. Okay, calm down. I just gotta calm down. We'd better be inside this building right now. Okay, guys, something outside. I think a hurricane is going on. I feel that this area is generally not favorable for travel. While I was watching the tornado, another wendigo attacked me from behind. It's good that I managed to turn around, but this is not the most unusual thing that happened on this day. I found a door that led to the toilet, and I found something really interesting in there. Oh, wait, Wendigo World. It takes 2 stacks of flame meat to open. Yeah, here I have 17 pieces. These monsters must drop them. I was very intrigued by this, but I understand that today I would not be able to open this world. So let's move it to the next few days. Well, hello. What are you doing? Why are you looking at me? Oh, wait. No, there's so many of them here. It feels like they just spawn at this airport. Most likely that's the way it is. Walking around the first floor of the airport, I found another interesting room, where I found a rifle as well as a very strange note. What day is it today? We've already lost count of how many days have passed since this nightmare began. A couple of hours ago, a strange creature was chasing us. I managed to shoot it down, but I think I'll stop him for a while. I hope it doesn't find us. It seems to me, guys, that this is what the note is talking about. These wendigos that are spawning all around here. In short, I don't like this. Considering there's some kind of hurricane outside the window right now. Oh, where did I end up? This long day was coming to an end, and I didn't think of any better way than to stay overnight, because the tornado was still raging outside the window, and it's not clear what monsters spawn here at night. I found another toilet, which no one will definitely get into, covered it on one side with boxes and on the other side with trash cans, and began to wait for the morning. If you're wondering what the consequences of a tornado look like in Minecraft, then this is what it looks like. In the morning, I didn't waste any time and began to get that very fiery meat that we needed to discover the world of Wendigo. For example, while walking along the road, I came across some small hotel. Okay, look, we have some kind of small motel here, and there's nothing else around. Yeah, and inside the motel, we have very familiar characters. Having dealt with the monsters, of course, the first thing I decided to do was to take the doors. These doors are very cool. I'll install them in my airport. Oh, look at how many snacks there's in here. Okay, Vova, stop. You need to stop taking everything. Anyway, this table also looks very beautiful. I found some kind of end pickaxe in the box, and it turned out that it digs very, very fast. Much faster than a diamond pickaxe. Oh my god, it digs so much faster. Now that's what I'm talking about. Until the end of day 31, I was getting meat so that tomorrow I could go to the world of Wendigo. Having obtained 2 stacks of meat, on day 32, I went to that very unknown room and I got teleported to some new mysterious place. And it turned out that at this very moment, I got into the world of Wendigo. Hi Zeman, you have entered the world of Wendigo. A ferocious monster roams here, and this is his home. Don't even try to beat him on the ground. It's not as easy as in the ordinary world. To get out of here, you need to collect 5 notes. Good luck. My team said that they were inspired by one of the videos of my old friend Naizi and decided to implement a small event right here in my place of the 100-day survival. In addition, the programmers have improved the behavior of the monster, which makes the survival in these catacombs even more hardcore. But I'll try to get through it. Wait, why am I in some sort of horror movie? I don't find any connection between surviving on a plane in the apocalypse and the world of Wendigo. But it might actually make more sense because it's gonna be more interesting. First of all, I began to study the catacombs very carefully. I had to cling on at least something to start looking for those notes. There's a door here, look! Oh, a room. There's even a bed. Wait, can I sleep? There's a book and quill and the first note. You found some redstone dust. Perhaps there's a special place for it on the map. Look, there's some kind of tunnel down here. Let's go, I guess. Having never met this monster before, I already found the second note. But then the plot took a more interesting turn. Oh my god, look! There's a Wendigo over there. Okay, we came across to some other location. And overall, I can't even imagine how they made the monster so cool. So here, if anything happens, I can hide from him. To be honest, I'm a little confused because everything here looks so similar. At some points, I even had to run away from it a little bit because I also noticed that the more notes we find, the more aggressive the monster becomes towards me. Oh my god, look! I just have some sort of hysterical laughter. By the way, in here, there's some kind of lever. Having found another note and left the room, the monster was no longer there. But I still needed to check what the lever is gonna do. Oh, wait. Well, look. Oh, and you can't go. After making fun of the monster for a little bit, I continued looking for the notes. I'm really scared of this monster, guys. Oh my god, he hit me as well. After collecting all 5 notes, it was written to me in the chat that I now need to find a door through which I can exit, and also that the monster will now be way more aggressive. If anything happens, I can throw a slowing potion at him. Okay, look, I think I found it. Okay guys, let's just get out of here. And thus, we managed to pass this event. By the way, I got this item as a gift. It was quite late, so I decided to spend the night and go back to my mountain airport tomorrow. In the morning, I took a short flight back home. Upon arrival, I again harvested the entire crop from my farm and began to develop the most ambitious project of this survival. As you know, the tsunami happened on the map, after which my main airport with a huge amount of activity was just completely underwater. So I had a brilliant idea. Why not try draining it? The idea was to divide the territory into sectors and drain them separately. So we needed a lot of blocks to start with. I was mining sand for the entirety of day 33. Another good thing is that I found an enchanting book with efficiency too. I made myself a diamond shovel and everything was mined much faster. I ended up with 24 stacks of sand. I think that's gonna be enough for the first time. I think that this piece of asphalt will be my home in the near future. But guys, right now, I think my airport is right under me, which I will try to drain with you. But not everything so fast, because first, I need to make myself a super smelter. So the idea is this. At the beginning of the first episode, I found some sponges with which I can really drain the water. I thought that if I find more sponges and make a super smelter with which I can dry them, I will be able to very quickly free my airport from water. For a super smelter, a fairly good amount of resources was needed, and all of our resources were unfortunately underwater. So on that day, I went to the nearest cave. But when I reached the nearest land, I noticed a certain tower and became very curious, so I decided to go there. From a distance, guys, I saw this weird tower. Apparently, it was some kind of military base, which I just wanted to explore right away. Now let's just see what's in here. I was actually planning to go to a cave. Oh, come on, look, we got ammo. Let's go. So what do we have here? Oh, where did you come from? We haven't seen each other for such a long time. These mutants were in one of my survivals, and now we meet them again. Having dealt with them, I began to look for some useful loot. Okay, we did it. It was pretty easy. Let's see what interesting things I can find here. If this is a military base, then there must be a lot of ammo or something like that. But unfortunately, I didn't find anything of that kind. There was barely any loot, and it wasn't very good. So, I really hope there'll be some cool loot up here, because so far, I haven't found anything of use. Well, of course, a baked potato and a golden apple. Okay, at least we tried. I went beyond the boundaries of the base and I noticed another weird structure and decided to come a bit closer. So, look, here we have a car and not a single mob. As I understand it, some carpenter worked here, probably got a tree, maybe even a lumberjack. Oh look, some spruce and an axe. Excellent. There's something written here. Zeman Top. Oh, thanks. Thanks for the kind words. That's nice. It's actually written down, look. Well, I didn't find any cave entrance, so I just decided to dig down. Oh! Where am I? It turned out that the caves are also flooded, but that didn't stop me. Now there's gonna be a life hack from Zeman. So we make some planks, craft a workbench, and we make a few doors. Now we just go down, swim to our iron, faster, come on. We put this door right here and just breathe calmly and just get everything that we need. The rest of the day 34 I spent inside the caves. But on day 35, it was finally time to make a super smelter. To start, I made myself a small platform so I can place the super smelter somewhere. I think this space is gonna be enough for us. And sometimes lightning actually strikes this place. And indeed, when I already began to make the super smelter, a hurricane passed. But it seemed to just pass right by. So I just finished the build overnight. Day 36. In the morning, a new hurricane appeared again, which worried me just a little bit. I really hope it doesn't destroy my super smelter, come on! So look, we have two chests on top. The first one, in which we for example load some iron ore, and the second one, into which we load some coal. All this is transported by the minecarts like this, through the hoppers, and then into the furnaces. And here, it all melts and goes over into this chest. Here we get the finished iron. Well, in general, this farm is made with wet sponges in mind, so that I can quickly dry them and use them again. Speaking of sponges, I already had some, but I decided to collect more. Given that the whole map was filled with the ocean, new dungeons were already generated inside the ocean, where exactly I think my team placed sponges in the loot, so that I thought of draining my airport. Like it or not, I don't know, but I spent the whole day looking for these sponges. To be honest, I can't even imagine how many days it's gonna take me and how much effort it will take. I can say one thing though, I definitely believe in myself and I hope that it's gonna work out. Especially when right now my house is right below me. And since day 37, I've been trying to drain at least one part of the airport. The next day I made sponges and tried to slowly drain all the water that's there. Already at this moment I understood that here even 50 days would not be enough to drain the entire thing. To be honest, that's all I did. Let's go downstairs, I'll show you a bit better. It took me 3 days just to dig out this tiny rectangle. Even then, it was clear to me that it's not possible to drain it in any way, especially within the boundaries of 100 days. But now, I at least had a safe way down. And it turns out I could safely get to my house, which is exactly what I did. I still have 7 sponges left, with which I can now just dry everything in this way. Whew! The first room is ready, now the second one. Okay, that's it. Now I can be at home underwater. But I still wondered if in this survival there was really a way I could drain my favorite airport. And you have no idea. But even here, there is a way out. I called the guys from my team and it turns out that there's a super sponge here, which can directly drain chunks of water. I got excited about this idea and asked the guys to send me the crafts. And most importantly, they were actually super simple. Well, it's time to make a super sponge. First, we need some slime and some wool. That's all we can find in our old storage unit. And you ask, how are we gonna get down? And I'm gonna tell you, just break the block of sand and the water will show you the way. Having collected the slime and wool in the storage unit, I went up to the surface and finally began to craft our creations. Moreover, it turned out that we needed not a super sponge block, but a super sponge staff, which simply cuts out the water in chunks. So now we just make a few of these staffs, and now we make a sponge super staff. And here it is. Okay, let's try it. Oh my god! Wow! Until the end of the day, I kept removing the water in chunks. And by the morning of the next day, it was done. And this is what the land looks like in the middle of the ocean. I spent a lot of energy and cleared the chunks all night. The cobwebs of cobblestone just shows you how tiring it actually was. But I still managed. Yeah, of course, we collected ordinary sponges and made a super smelter. But you know, it was not all in vain anyway. But at least now I've learned how to make these super smelters, and I also have a lot of sponges just in case. Friends, I can say that for this hard work, I definitely need some food. Just look at this, it's incredible. There's just water all around, and in the middle of it all lies our airport. I don't even know if I should remove all the cobwebs from above, with the help of which I removed the water. It also looks pretty cool, but I think I'll remove it sometime in the near future. Okay, it's time to go downstairs. Now we'll just make a super lift out of the water. Oh guys, to be honest, I'm pretty shocked. I can't even imagine we're coming down here right now. And you will not believe it, but everything was also in its place. The airport was in its place, and even the dirt will soon turn green again. At the end of day 41, with the help of torches, I completely removed all the sand. And on day 42, I began to remove even the cobwebs made of cobblestone. And of course, I will continue to do this on day 42. Look at this beautiful sunrise. And by the way, here I also removed a couple of chunks so that our plane could take off. By the way, it was saved as well. Here he stands unharmed. And by the way, I took some bone meal because as you can see, the grass is already growing quite well here. And now I'll just run around this place like this and plant a little more grass. Of course, for me to feel complete, I should enchant a shovel with silk touch. But so far, there is no such possibility. Normal people spend bone meal to grow all sorts of wheat, carrots, potatoes. But I'm ready to use a bunch of bone meal to make everything look nice, because it looks much better that way. And without bone meal, it somehow makes everything look ugly. Well, and by the way, here these walls of water, they act like a defense against the monsters. Also, on that day, I had the task of bringing some stuff from my second base to what is now our home and first base. To do this, I just needed to take off, and it was pretty scary. Well, I just hope that's enough. Okay. It's okay, guys. We're taking off. Woo! Oh, how happy am I to be back on my favorite plane. Look at this awesome cabin that we're sitting in. So that you understand, we had an airport at this depth. Just imagine. Okay, now I just need to fly to the second airport and pick up all the resources to take them to my main base. On day 44, I noticed something interesting. Perhaps it appeared earlier, but I only noticed it now. A new mark with a new airport. I was already curious to find out what kind of location would be there. Guys, of course, I don't know, but I think a new airport has appeared there. A floating airport. I think it's 3 times farther than any airport that we found. I don't know exactly when the mark appeared, but I just noticed it right now. Well, we should probably get ready to go there. I wonder what kind of floating airport it is. On the same day, I flew out and flew quite long. Plus, I stopped at a secondary airport, and we were only able to get there by day 45. But what I saw really impressed me. There were floating magical islands. I haven't seen such a beautiful location for a very long time. I landed, and also quite dangerously. Look, some mushrooms are jumping around here. I don't understand. These mushrooms are attacking me. What kind of world is this? Oh, it says airport. Let's see what's in there. You will not believe it, but as soon as I entered this building, I immediately saw some kind of mushroom mutant who, using his ability, simply took everything out of my hands. Weapons, tools, and even blocks. What is this mushroom? Oh my god, he took my weapon, look! Okay guys, I killed it. Wow. Let's take all of our resources. He took all of them away from me. I was already in shock about the location. How different it is from the whole other world that we have in this survival. But it's pretty cool, because for the whole series, it was really hard. And now I can really look at some new interesting fantasy location. I went up to the roof to see the surroundings, and it actually gave me a lot of information. For example, I saw a massive mushroom. Just a huge mushroom. I have no idea what he's doing here at all. Oh, and there's a building of some kind. Oh, never mind, look. Oh my god, they left me with 3 hearts. Is there another Minotaur here? Where's the Minotaur? I don't want to fight him. Oh no, not a Minotaur. Okay, let's try shooting him with a rifle. I think a rifle will work on him. He's breaking blocks and he's coming right at me. All done. This is some full action right here, guys. Having examined the main building with several floors, where a massive mushroom grew in the middle, I realized that this location is definitely not like the others. Look, guys, I climbed to the very top of the mushroom, and I can almost touch the clouds. There, I think, look, there's a building, and it broke down, and it fell somewhere. Oh my god, why are there so many of you? It seems that these islands are some kind of lair for these purple things. And mushrooms, of course. Wow, look! This building on a flying island. I need to go there. I explored this location on day 45, 46, and 47. I found quite a huge amount of good and cool loot, visited all sorts of destroyed abandoned buildings, and also pretty much studied the whole place. Wow, look, there's a tree growing right in the middle of the house. But what I found inside that tree, I'll leave for the next episode. Be sure to subscribe to the channel not to miss new videos. All links are in the description. Bye bye!